as chess on a croquet field. There's a lot of thinking. There's a lot of strategy.
Okay. That's deep.
There's a lot, yeah. Well, so there's a lot of strategy that goes into it. And
Okay, Vern, thanks. Let's move on to the next question. I'm interested in training. I mean, I know there's a lot of people, family reunions, they bust out the croquet set or that's, you know, and whatnot. But what about daily exercise, things you need to do to prepare for yourself for the tour?
well, like you said, it's not a strength game.
Right.
It's
Right.
it's finesse. It's agility,
Agility?
speed.
Speed.
Yeah. So I
Speed as far as like walking from one ball to the next, or how does speed come into play?
Well, it's a timed game.
Oh,
So
well, there you go.
You
Time
can't
game.
dilly-dally.
No, you
gotta
gotta move.
move. You gotta move. You gotta plan. You gotta
No
plan
time
your
for
shot.
because
Oh,
my next question was, I know you're a donut aficionado, we'll talk about, I wondered about eating during the match, but I don't want to get too many donuts on your plate at once. Let's go one thing at a time. So exercise routine to stay at, you know, the high performance
It's
level.
mostly stretching. I do a lot of yoga.
Yoga?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
That's
downward
interesting.
facing dog.
Really?
You've seen that, haven't you? I'll show you.
No, have you?
Yeah,
No.
I haven't seen.
I'm not familiar. So maybe just some of the basic ones. You can show some of the stretching.
Basically like this.
Okay. Okay.
I do a lot of stretching like this.
Wow. Really? Oh, that's no. This is all before the match. You don't do this during the match.
No, that's before so that you can get kind of warmed up. and
Stretching
ready
is
for the
important.
game.
Touch your toes and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
How's
Touch
that
your
work?
toe. Well, I'm not. Yeah.
Well,
I
you're
think I
getting,
could- yeah, I
no,
can-
no, not really, but
touch toes.
yeah,
Yeah, I
if your
can
arms
touch
were
them.
longer, you'd be fine. Okay, no, that's great.
So I mean, you do all the stretching. Injuries. You guys have injuries?
Yeah, that happens
Blake's
quite
got
a
a
bit.
lot of questions about that.
Yeah,
We always ask different athletes about that.
Yeah.
Like this.
Can it?
Get
yeah.
a little queasy.
Yeah, do you?
Yeah.
Well, I'll try to keep it cool for you. I've had carpal tunnel twice. Had surgery.
Now,
on
is that a
it
result,
once.
do you think, of the croquet, probably?
I believe so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to think so.
Yeah.
And then there's a thing called croquet toe. I don't know if you've ever heard of that.
Heard of tennis elbow?
Tennis elbow,
No.
tennis balls.
This is different.
I-
This is different.
Okay.
So, croquet toe.
You're making this up, aren't you? Is this really true? You're trying to see if a couple knuckleheads believe you.
No, this is a true thing.
Okay.
So, in croquet, there's a thing called a roquet, which is weird because it sounds like croquet.
Sounds
and
French.
It's not.
Is it French?
I think it is. In fact, the whole sport came from France.
France.
1600s. Anyway, so there's a play where you put your foot on a ball sitting right next to another ball, and then you hit this one. And if
Obviously,
you-
you're not on this chair, or are you?
No,
No,
you're
you're
not on
standing.
the chair.
You're standing.
Yeah, you're
Okay.
standing.
Okay.
But if you hit your toe,
Oh, ouch.
painful, very painful, especially with a weighted mallet. You know.
Is that
hurts.
legal to have a weighted mallet?
Sure it is.
Oh.
Yeah,
So you've suffered that injury yourself?
I have on both feet.
Both feet?
Yeah, sometimes I play left-handed.
Wow.
Like a switch hitter.
Yeah, yeah. Throws
Obviously,
off
he's a
my
professional, because we don't play switch-handed when we play. Do
No.
we? No.
It throws them off, I would say.
You're the Chipper Jones of croquet?
Yeah, I guess, whoever that is. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Not a big baseball fan.
Guess not.
Okay, next question, superstitions. We get a lot of athletes here, and they do some crazy things before each at bat, the morning when they get up, the night before they go to bed. Maybe you could share with us some of the superstitions, Vern, that you...
Well, I like to get my game face on, as they say, by listening to music. My favorite band is Kool and the Gang. Have been for years.
Oh.
Kool and the Gang.
You're too young.
You've heard of them?
Yeah.
Do you know Cool and the Gang? Name me 2 songs, Cool and the Gang.
I don't know.
Celebration.
Celebration.
Celebration. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think I know that one.
Celebrate good times. Come on.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I've heard
Yeah,
that.
my parents sang for
My
that.
parents, yeah. That's a
That
good...
is a song.
Does it get you going?
Yeah, I put that in, and it's just like, wow, I can play it.
Ready to go, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Are you an earbuds kind of guy or
I
like the
am.
big
Earbuds?
Earbuds,
Really?
yeah.
I'm surprised a little bit by that.
Yeah, my iPod's a little older, but yeah, I've got that.
Yeah.
And then what else? I have to wear my Lucky
Oh, wristbands. Well, it's like any good athlete, they kind of all wear wristbands. Plus, I imagine you don't want to perspire and get, because you lose your grip on a backswing, could be
Sure.
dangerous.
Yeah, that could be.
Yeah.
Could hit one of the fans?
Fans?
I guess so.
Oh, yeah, we'll talk
I
about
guess-
fans. I'm not sure. Well, maybe there's
guess
fans.
you-
Well,
You know, the backswing, first of all, it's not like a golf. It's not a heavy backswing like this. It's between your legs like this. So, backswing would be
Be costly.
not a good idea,
Yeah,
probably.
not a great
Not a good idea. Yeah, that
So-
makes sense. You
Okay.
should have known that. What do you think?
I don't know. But let's talk about fans a little bit. Is spectator sport? Are there people with signs? things like that?
No, they're smaller crowds, and these are, these are retirement communities generally where these
Okay.
tournaments are
Really?
ongoing. So I'm probably one of the youngest people in the whole deal.
Which may help you move up the money list if those guys
I would think.
don't
Well, I
survive.
have a longer time to practice. I'll tell you.
Well,
that.
that's true,
Yeah,
too. That's
I've
a
got
good
years
point.
ahead of me.
Right.
That's a good
You don't have
point.
to go to sleep at like 6 like the majority of people do.
No.
Right.
Yeah. So I like to stay up late. Anyway, so there are fans there, and they're
Loud? I mean, is it like
No,
golf where it's quiet, or is
it's
it
like golf. Yeah,
It's like golf?
Is there a guy that goes like this and holds?
makes everybody quiet right before you tee off or whatever
And
you do?
there's etiquette there too, and there are some referees that will sometimes, escort people away if they're being too unruly.
What would be like one of the biggest breaches in etiquette that you've ever witnessed that you were kind of appalled? Because I know in golf, sometimes guys are taking pictures during your backswing
Right.
and things like
Yeah.
that.
Well, it's kind of the same thing. You're not supposed to make noise or talk or anything while people are planning their shot.
so it's really not that great of a spectator sport.
Well, I wouldn't think so.
No.
I wouldn't think so. We're not drawing the same crowds as the NFL.
No?
No.
Like, what would be typical? Like, for the Tri-County that you won, how many people probably?
There were 50 or 60 people there. Honestly, I think most of them were friends and family.
Were they?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So, I don't know. It's
And we did talk briefly about sponsors, and maybe because I know they're the ones that make it all happen by the big awards and get you on the money list. And you said Nike is a sponsor.
no.
No,
They're not a sponsor.
Who would be considered some of your sponsors?
Well,
besides
Baden.
Baden, yeah.
Baden.
Or they'd be the only one, or
well, Village Inn is my sponsor.
that's a big get for you.
Golden Corral.
Really?
Yeah, they're a great sponsor. The great thing about Golden Corral, I travel a lot. You know that.
Yeah, I'm sure you do. Well, we looked at where all your tour stops are, and you were on the road nonstop.
Pretty much
So you're
all
probably
the time.
flying most of the time, right? One plane to another.
Well, I don't really like to fly. I'm a little claustrophobic, and I don't like to get in the airplane. So I drive everywhere, and that counts me out of some tournaments. Like for example, later this month is the World Championship Croquet Championship in Egypt,
Oh,
Cairo.
that would be a long road trip.
Yeah, I'm not going to that one.
I wouldn't.
No.
The van?
I mean, just
your
the
van?
thought, 18 hours on a plane? Are you kidding me?
No, yeah, that's a good point.
That's not for me.
Yeah, that's
So
probably.
talk to me about your digs. What kind of van you're having? Got a big tour bus type of thing?
Oh, it was nice. It was nice. It was not a new one, I wouldn't say.
No.
One with your picture on the side?
Yeah, it's a 75 Econoline.
Yeah.
And, I mean, we've been around in that thing. It's got about 460,000 miles on it.
Wow.
And,
Wow.
so-
Just you and your publicist, basically?
Well, just me, mostly.
Oh,
Yeah,
just
me.
you.
Yeah. So my publicist is based in Florida.
Oh.
And she just takes care of it by phone.
Oh, I see.
Takes care of all my stuff.
Now, we heard the rumor that maybe a book was in the offing, that just because of your success. Is that something you're considering? Maybe write a book, talk about your career? And
I've thought about that.
Probably get asked that a lot.
I'm so busy. It takes time to collect my thoughts and write them down and that kind of thing. So,
Yeah.
And the other problem that I have is most books nowadays are written on computers, and I don't have a plug in my van to plug it in. So,
Oh, that'd be a problem.
yeah, I'll have to wait, I think.
So a book could become later as you get, like
Yeah.
the senior tour, like they do in golf when you get older and join the senior tour.
Very nice. Recommendations for anyone, a young kid wants to become a professional croquet player?
Professional croquet is an up-and-coming sport, and I'm excited for any kid that feels like this might be their calling. And all I can say to them is just, follow your dream,
Eye on the
make
ball?
your game plan. Yeah, eye on the ball, that kind of thing.
Take one game after the other?
Well, not really that, but
All right, I thought
give 103%.
Keep your eye on them. Yeah.
Execute, those kinds of things.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's what I.
How about taking one day at a time?
One day, sure, I guess.
All right.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Cool. We like to do something on the show, get to know you a little bit more or less from the athletics point of view, but more on the personal point of view. Rapid fire, which can ask you these questions. First thing that pops into your head.
Okay, this
You ready?
will be fun. Yeah. this is great.
Favorite sports idol?
Farzad Masudi. Have you ever heard of him? Adib's brother?
Adib's brother? Is he a racquetball player?
No, these are people in the world of croquet, and I'll tell you what, they are great.
Focused.
Inspiring.
Really?
Yeah, inspiring.
Athletes, all around athletes, probably.
Favorite band?
Favorite band?
We know that one.
Cool in the Game.
Cool in the Gang.
Hands down.
What was the biggest hit? Probably was. Oh, what was their biggest hit?
Celebration.
How did it go?
I forgot that one.
Celebrate good times.
That's right.
You guys. You
I knew he would do it.
you
I
want
knew
me
he'd
to
fall
sing.
for it. Favorite food?
Well,
Other than
that's
donuts.
my go-to treat right there.
3 dozen donuts have a way of evaporating around here.
Yeah.
How many did you eat?
0.
Neither.
Well,
Hey, well,
I thought I saw you take one. No. No?
Just, it was a little piece on the side.
okay.
Best sports moment?
Your whole career. I know it's loaded, but
Well, I'm going to have to say it's that Tri-County Invitational.
Yeah, that's big.
That, for me, that was kind of like, the culmination of a dream, and
it's all right.
I get emotional.
I
whenever
know,
think
no,
about
I
it.
know. I knew we should have saved that question till last.
I always
mean,
do
when
this. I hate it.
When you work that hard to get, I know. Let's talk about one of the most memorable, trying to change the subject here so you can kind of get a hold of yourself. Memorable events in your life other than on the croquet field. What would be one of the bigger memorable moments? would
I
you
know
say?
what it is. Monte Vista High School, 1981. Cool in the Gang played
Oh.
at our high school. Yeah.
Oh, that explains a lot.
Yeah.
They came right to your high
I
school.
can see that.
Yeah, they were right there.
That's a life changer
That
for you,
was-
I can see.
Yeah.
Most embarrassing moment?
Well, I guess, one thing that comes immediately to mind, one time in Scottsdale, Arizona, big tournament, I ate 3 burritos right before the tournament.
Whoa.
And
Whoa.
as you can
Carbo
see,
loading,
I'm
or-
wearing all white.
Oh, not.
I don't
yeah,
think I need to say
I
anymore.
think I get the picture.
Understood.
Wow.
Understood.
Yeah, okay. So, last question.
Last question.
This is a question, I mean,
Incidentally, as a result of that incident, I think now they move porta potties closer to the field.
oh, good idea. So you're kind of a trendsetter in the sport, is what you're saying.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I'd like to say I've
Had an
Influenced the game,
Influence,
yeah.
yeah. Congratulations. Little question, and you probably don't get a chance to watch us more often because I know you're traveling, but it's a little something we like to ask the athletes. The last question, 15 years from today, what would you like to be doing? Where do you see yourself 15 years from today? Kind of a little chance to look into the future for you.
Well, I would like to think that I could change the world of croquet, and not very many people have heard of Mondo Croquet, but that's my own invention.
Oh,
And no,
I didn't know that.
Yeah, not many people have heard, but I would like to open an institute of Mondo Croquet and teach kids, help kids, underprivileged kids from all over the country. That's what I'd like to do.
wow. I think
Gotcha.
it's admirable.
That is pretty cool.
Yeah, that's one of the better answers we've had.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Either that or open a donut shop of mine.
Donuts, yeah.
Gotcha.
That'd be good too.
Final words. Anything else you want to say?
Anything to our audience? We don't, like I said, we don't get many professional athletes. It's an honor, and maybe just something you'd like to tell our viewers at home.
Well, it's been a treat. I'm delighted to be here, and you guys really run a great show around here.
Well,
So,
Vern, thank you. Appreciate it.
yeah, thank
That's-
you. Thank you, Bob. Good to see you.
Blake, yeah. So thanks for coming, and maybe we'll follow your career, and maybe as we do our sports stories at the beginning, we can kind of maybe follow Vernon Gasser here and see how he's doing. Be great.
Maybe that
So,
would be good.
You know, I do want to say one last thing, and that is that I was a little reluctant to come on the show because I wasn't sure if you guys were really fans, and being April Fool's Day and all, I just wasn't sure if you were going to just be making fun of me. So I appreciate that you take me and my sport seriously. Thank you very much.
Good work.
We do.
We do. We do. We do.
Yeah. One of those things that I feel like can really bring out the best in people.
Oh, I feel like I want to go play right now.
I know.
Grab my mallet and balls, and we're going.
That's all right.
Put your money where your mouth is, and we're playing.
That's right.
Okay.
Absolutely. Final words.
I'm speechless.
Me too.
I'm excited.
Really.
And,
Absolute great show.
yeah, great show.
Very good work.
And yeah, I think we should have more professional athletes on more often. It's kind of an insight
should.
we're not used to hearing from maybe some of the amateurs. So
Absolutely. So thanks for joining us here on this edition of Sports Talk. I'm Blake Romney,
and I'm Ken Money.
and we'll catch you next time.
Good night.